Hi, I'm Mallory. I am a life balance coach, and what I do is help people figure out what balance means to them. Now, I've become aware that balance is almost like a bad word in some circles, and that there's an idea that balance is inachievable, so why bother? So let's talk about that for a minute because that is not what I believe at all. The implication of that statement, balance is inachievable, so why bother, is partially true. Balance is dynamic. Balance is something that we're always navigating, and it's because life is dynamic and we're always changing our relationship to the things that are important in our lives, and therefore what balance means is always going to be changing. Let's say you are really invested in your career. Maybe you're finishing up school and you've got your first job and you're really excited about it. And right now, your career is very, very important to you. At some point, probably your career is going to feel good, in a good place, and then there'll be something else that will become a little bit more important to you, and there'll be a shift, right? And it's that moment when balance stops in the old way you were thinking about it, and a new relationship to balance and the other thing that becomes important. Maybe it's travel, maybe it's a new partner, maybe you've decided to move or to have babies, or whatever that might look like for you, whatever the next step is, whatever is meaningful to you. And then you have to navigate a new form of balance. And so you're right, balance is inachievable in the way that it can't be static, it can't be stagnant, and it's always something to navigate, which is why within my practice, I don't give you, just strategies to help you now, which of course we do to help you get through those goals, but we talk about them as examples within a process that can be repeated over and over and over again within the context of creating the life you want to live and removing the mindset blocks that get in your way. Because really, you have the strategies, you have the components, you have the information, you know what you want for the most part. We just need to get clarity around that, and then we need to go for it. And the step in between there is releasing and letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve you so that there can be movement forward. Now, that's another thing that I've become aware of, is that sometimes when we hear that word let go, we're triggered. People are triggered because it feels like giving up. So that can be a perspective that we can take, but that's also a limiting perspective. And that's the way that I like to work, is to be able to point out the rules that we make for ourselves and question them. Is that true or not? And in this case, letting go and thinking of it as quitting is kind of a faux form of acceptance. And as a behavior analyst and someone who practices acceptance and commitment training, which are both data-driven ways to create long-lasting behavior change, I can tell you that forming a new relationship with acceptance and letting go will change your life. So the way that I think about letting go is reframing. And a lot of the times when we let go within my practice, it is of a mindset that we are changing, maybe a self-identity that we didn't realize wasn't working in our favor. So one common one can be, a mom is someone who gives and who takes care of other people. And then there might be an implied definition that goes along with that self-identity, that they are selfless, and that any action you take for yourself is in fact selfish and not appropriate for someone with the identity of mom. That's just a common one, but it's a way of reframing that and going, well, that's not true, right? Like, I know that and I'm immersed in this idea, but that doesn't help me, and I don't actually think that that's true. And I think that a mom could be a really, caring and good person and be a badass who moves towards creating her own job and taking care of herself and having stuff other than just being a mom, that there's facets to that person. And of course, you know that intellectually, and when I say that, you can go, oh, of course. But then in action, a person who believes that and has a limiting belief within that example wouldn't actually take steps, or if they tried to take steps towards moving towards, some self-fulfillment, they would feel guilty, they would feel anger, they would feel resentment, and it would ultimately lead to inaction. And so that's where the life balance coaching comes in, is to point out and root out and give you opportunities to learn that process of observing your thoughts so that you can do this. You can get experience with it, we can get strategies towards it, you can get support in doing that. And then when you're done with your coaching package, you can move on and recreate that over and over and over again and up-level your life like crazy, achieving your stuff and being able to hold on to all of the things that are important by releasing without judgment, because that's a strategy that we learn, and it does take practice. How, learning to not judge your thoughts and being able to take action, committed action towards our values and our goals. And there's a lot of psychology, there's a lot of kind of neuroscience that we talk about in the behavior of, the psychology of behavior. Since I'm a behaviorist. And if that's something that you are as well, I can help you to speak fluently about the ACT model as you get the transformation to inform your clinical practice. If that's not someone that you are, it will just be something where you are going to be able to, recreate that over and over and over again. And maybe it'll add to a mentorship package you have in the future. Anyway, this video is to just let you know about my coaching, and I hope that if you're interested, you'll go ahead and click one of the buttons. There's quite a few of them on my page to schedule your free discovery call, and let's talk in person about what I might be able to help you with and create a plan to get you moving to a place where you've got the life balance that you want, so that you can create the ideal scenario for yourself and whatever that may look like in the future. I look forward to talking with you. Bye.